Render is back powering the biggest art projects in the world, and today we're going to discuss it and talk about all things Render. Hey guys, Foxy is Trading here, back with another crypto video for you guys, and today we are back talking about Render Network. For all the new viewers, I am a Render holder. I am very bullish on Render. I think it is going to be a very strong and important project in the future. And there's some news we need to talk about, and then we're going to break down market structure, see how price is moving, where I think it's going to go, and then we'll call it a day. So for any of the new viewers that don't know what Render is, I'm just going to break down very quickly before I head into the news. So in the most simple terms that I can think of, Render is just basically a decentralized computer for 3D graphics and AI work, right? So when artists and developers need a lot of computing power to render images and their videos, they use Render. So instead of them going to big data centers that cost a lot of money, they go to Render that connects them with people that have powerful GPUs, and then they use that power, right? So Render is just the Airbnb for GPU power. That is the fastest and simplest way I can put it. So with that, putting us in the past with what it is, because I feel like most of you already know what it is since you're here, let's look at some of the news. So like I said, they are powering the biggest art galleries in the world right now. And yeah, this is just PC Mag breaking down how Render distributed GPU power for Arctic House New York Submerged exhibit, right? So I was showing some of these photos and videos in the past. It looks absolutely insane. It looks absolutely cool. And you can just see what is possible for the future, right? Not just art galleries, but videos and movies and games and all of that good stuff. So I just don't see how you can not be bullish on Render, taking all of that into consideration, seeing how the world is so reliant on power. So yeah, I just think Render is here to stay, and it is really going to propel to the future. If you want to read all of this, the article is here, but they basically just talk about the power and the speed that Render provided for all of the artworks and stuff like that, right? So yeah, you can see some of the photos here, right? It was all like, it wasn't real physical art. It was photo generated art, right? And that is pretty much the biggest news, I would say, for Render, that they're doing the art galleries. They are also running this cool little challenge, a Halloween challenge, if you guys are interested in that. If any of you guys are artistic, if you guys like Halloween, I certainly do. You can see the wallpaper I have behind me. Yeah, I love Halloween, so it's a cool little project that they are doing for the community. You get $5,000 prize pool. What else? They were at a Budapest conference. We can see that it was absolutely packed, which is good to see. I know people are curious and interested about Render. So maybe one day I will break down what they talked about fully in this conference, if you guys are interested in something like that. But I just want to share that they went to this. And then lastly, this is probably the least important one: unlock the Render Network Manager app with API access. So just that you can get the app and then use it to manage some of your projects, right? So look at market structure very shortly. Render is down in price 15% because of the manipulation, which I will explain. It's down in market cap, down in volume, and it is on pretty much all the biggest exchanges, right? And we are 84% community bullish. I want to get that to 90% at least. It looks so much better. 84 is still very strong, but we can definitely push for 90. So looking at market structure, what happened on Friday? Why did this candle happen? Well, basically, this candle took out all of the buyers and all of the liquidity. So everybody that had their stops below this area, below all this liquidity, bye, right? And this pretty much happened on every single pair, right? You can see that. Boom, everybody got liquidated. So it was just manipulation in the market. Manipulation happens every day. This was just an insane scale that it was done. And yeah, we recovered very, very nicely. We did not close below this zone, which I have drawn out as a support zone. So hopefully we do not close below that at any point, because I do not want to see render going under $2. I really do not. But since it is so low, this is a fantastic buying opportunity. It really, really is. You are getting render at a premium discount. Like, I really cannot stress it enough. Look how many times it has held this area, and it is pretty much at the lows. We are not going to be going any much lower. I do not believe that. So we want to start seeing some bullish patterns, right? Start going to the upside. Let's close above here. Let's close above here. So price can look something like this, right? And then once that happens, once all of these highs right over here get taken out, I think we are going to start seeing this bullish trend happen. And I do think it is going to happen. So if we get back to these highs, which I fully expect render to hit $10, we can see that is like a 3.5x, depending on where you buy here, right? So 3.5x, you cannot be mad about that, but I expect render to go a lot higher. I'm holding render for a while. This is not a project I plan on selling anytime soon. So yeah, render is a very strong project. I see it going very, very high in the future, and I'm very excited about it. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you're in or out on render. If there's any other projects, coins you want me to look at, analyze, talk about, and make sure you guys do your own research. I am not a financial advisor, and I'll see you guys all in the next video.